I'd like to share a poem this morning by Mary Oliver. It's one that I've just finished memorising for a 5-day residential that I'm teaching on in a couple of weeks here in South Devon. A group of students who are learning for the first time some of the models and practices and frameworks used by the Natural Academy, an organisation that I work with and that I've been training with for a number of years. A brilliant organisation which is doing a huge amount of amazing work to integrate nature-based practice into the mainstream in this country, and I feel very privileged in many ways to be involved with this organisation. And this was a poem which Michal read to us when I did my 5-day residential a few years ago, just before we went out to spend the night alone beneath the stars, awake all night. The invitation was to be awake all night and just to be with the mystery and with the questions that burned in our hearts, with the longings that we felt, and to invite the land, to invite mystery to meet us in that solo time. It's a poem which, long before Michal read it that night, has meant a lot to me. It's a poem that has been a real signpost for me and a guide at times when I really doubted myself and didn't know which way to go. I hope you enjoy it. It's called The Journey. One day you finally knew what you had to do and began, though the voices around you kept shouting their bad advice, though the whole house began to tremble and you felt the old tug at your ankles. Mend my life, each voice cried, but you didn't stop. You knew what you had to do, though the wind pried with its stiff fingers at the very foundations, though their melancholy was terrible. It was already late enough, and a wild night, and the road was full of fallen branches and stones. But little by little, as you left their voices behind, the stars began to burn through the sheets of clouds, and there was a new voice that you slowly recognised was your own, that kept you company as you strode deeper and deeper into the world, determined to do the only thing that you could do, determined to save the only life you could save.